Sentient beings are numberless. We vow to save them all. Delusions are endless. We vow to cut through them all. The teachings are infinite. We vow to learn them all. The Buddha way is inconceivable. We vow to attain it. So welcome to morning meditation. What you just heard were the four great vows. These are four great vows in Buddhism. And the vows, any vow, but the four great vows are to set the intention of practicing, of doing meditation. So having intention is the foundation of whether you're doing a sitting practice or a yoga practice. And meditation can be very helpful. Having some type of meditation can be very helpful to a yoga practice. This meditation is paying attention to the moment, just the way that the moment is. What do you feel in the moment? What do you hear in the moment? What do you see in the moment? What do you smell in the moment? What do you think in the moment? How is your yoga pose in the moment? Does it feel good? So feel good not in the way of like, oh, this feels good, but our yoga practice, and the value of yoga practice is to help to bring a certain kind of healing into our body. And when I say a certain kind of healing, I mean a healing to open up our energy channels, to create an energy in our body that can move smoothly through our body, so we don't have energy blocks. Then our yoga practice, our body can function in a healthy way. If it's just the energy blocks are cleared out of the body. When our body can function in a healthy way, it doesn't have to be, we're not trying to be Olympic athletes, but if it can function in a healthy way, then our meditation practice has some energy and aliveness to it, and some support from our body. So doing meditation, having a meditation practice, a daily meditation practice, is an important part and can contribute mightily to our yoga practice, our ability in our yoga practice to stay present, not letting our mind jumping all over the place, having some tool and some practice to stay present in our yoga practice. So there are many different types of meditation practice techniques that you can do. The lineage I'm from is from a Korean Zen lineage, and so the chanting that you'll hear me doing are in phonetic Korean, some in English, if I do English chants, and then another technique is sitting meditation. You're just sitting, either doing a mantra, feeling your breath, being aware of your physical surroundings. And I do the practice as an intent to wake up. For me, wake up in Zen practice, wake up means to understand my true self. And what is this true self we're talking about? So it's not a better self, it's not a nicer self, it's not something. Self I'm talking about is, what is this self before thinking? So my teachers, Master Sun San used to say, there's a saying, I think, therefore I am. And he said, this is a thinking self. So if you're not thinking, then what? So this is the self that meditation is pointing toward. There's thinking, then there's that which is beyond thinking. Thinking, we have thinking, and what is this thing that is thinking? It's beyond thinking. So that's what it's pointing towards, our true self. Not thinking mind, clear mind. So how do we get a clear mind? So we don't get a clear mind. We already have this clear mind. It's just that it is, it's like clouds are in front of it. And the clouds that are in front of it are three clouds, and these clouds are called I, my, me. So these are the clouds that are in front of our clear mind. Take away I, my, me, then everything is clear. We don't have this cloud in front of our clear mind when we take away those three things. So that's practicing, is taking away I, my, me. Well, how do you take away I, my, me? In meditation practice, it's simply returning to this present moment, asking the question, inquiring into, what is this? What is this I, my, me? What am I? When we ask this question, what am I, deeply and sincerely, and not to be captured by our ideas. Ideas come, ideas go. There are lots of ideas about what this I is. We have our own, we have ones that we read. So not being captured by this I, my, these ideas, just return to the inquiry. What am I? And if we look deeply enough, and if we're honest with ourselves, what we're going to come to is, don't know. What am I? Don't know. This don't know is our true self. This don't know is clear mind. This don't know is before thinking, before ideas. It's just clear. It cannot be grasped by thinking. Because it's before our thinking. So it's easy to get to, and at the same time, we have a lot of patterns, habit. So like in our yoga practice, a lot of what we're dealing with is habit. The habit of our body that it creates the maybe discomfort or pain or injury, the way that we move habitually in our poses and in our body, our habits of our thought about our practice. A lot of this is habit, 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 habit. We could call it karma. We could call it habit, that which is repeated over and over and over again. We have habit in our practice, in our yoga practice. So when we practice yoga, and we're practicing in order to understand our true self, we can start to see our habitual ways of moving and thinking as we're practicing. When we start to let go of those habits of our practice, of our yoga practice, we can start to feel, what is it like just now? we can start to see the thoughts that push us into habit. Oh, I should do this, or I'm not good enough, or that person's doing this, or, you know, the myriad of thoughts that come up that create our yoga practice, that create how we practice our yoga. So when we start to pay attention to that habit of thinking, we can start to let go of the habit of thinking, oh, it should be like this, and then return to how is it just in this moment? How is Warrior 2 just in this moment? Not how is Warrior 2, how it's going to be when you can fill in the blanks. Or how is it going to be when I work really hard? Or how is it going to be? There's so many different ways that we want it to be, we hope it to be, we force ourselves to be. But ultimately, it's not the best for our body. Our body can only do what our body can do. So, how is Warrior 2 in this moment when I breathe and I feel? Working on the structure, that's the forms, the technique of the pose is the structure. The technique of our meditation practice is whether it's chanting, that's a structure, or whether it's sitting, that's a structure. Then how is it in this moment, whether you're doing Warrior 2, whether you're doing chanting, or whether you're doing sitting? Well, that's when we start paying attention, and you can see how it is. You can see the mind of habit going here and there and anywhere except in Warrior 2, in chanting, in sitting meditation, in whatever we're doing. So when we start to see this, then over and over again, depending on our capacity and our personality, we can start to let go of a little bit at a time. Maybe it doesn't have to be a certain way. Maybe it is just like this. That's how we begin to practice. So if you're joining in to the chanting or listening to the chanting, pay attention. How is it? What happens? Either when you're chanting or when you're listening to the chanting. Just in the moment. How is it? And just observe how it is. And then ask underneath that question. So there's that question. Then there's the intention. What am I? Underneath the question, how is it, is the intention to understanding, what am I? So, start Thousand Hands and Eyes Sutra. It's the first chant. Agam ilsem jung de kwam yu jin shin byahan de konde sanlon Saba next chant that I'll be doing is called Kwan Sambosal. Kwan Sambosal is the name of, in Korean, of compassion. So this chant is to well, the chant is just to do the chant. When we do the chant and we become clear, compassion by itself arises. So it's okay to have some idea about what compassion is, and that's fine. And part of our practice means being able to perceive clearly what is needed in this situation. So when we do Kwan Sambosal chanting, just pay attention to the sound of your voice, sound of the drum, sound of the voice, sound of the drum. So Kwan Sambosal, Kwan Sambosal, Kwan Sambosal. So we'll do this for about 10 minutes. Ngagi Nanjin Sao Let's move right into doing some seated meditation. You can sit in a chair, you can sit in whatever comfortable cross-legged position. You can sit on your knees with the pillow under your sit bones. What's most important is that your spine is straight and that you have a stable base. Then chin down a little bit. Back of the neck is lengthened this way. Hands held, left hand on top of the right hand, thumbs gently touching. Arms not too tight, also not collapsing. Looking out in front of you, so right where your eyes, if your chin is down a little bit, comes forward about 3 feet. Softly focusing your eyes. So not staring at a hole in the floor, just softly you can perceive, you can see that there's a floor in front of you, whatever that floor is, but you're not looking at it specifically. And then become aware of your breath as you inhale and exhale. The breath is quiet. So I know in yoga we do ujjayi breathing, which is a powerful, strong breath to move energy. This type of breathing in our meditation, our breath is silent. So not making noise with the breath. It's a very subtle. Something that, a mantra we're going to use to help keep our mind's attention present and something to return our mind's attention to when we wander away into thinking is on the exhale, say to yourself 3 times. On the inhale, say to yourself 3 times, clear mind, clear mind, clear mind. So silent to yourself. On the exhale, say 1 time, don't know. So silent to yourself, it's a long don't know, long exhale. So the inhale is clear mind, clear mind, clear mind. Exhale, don't know. Anytime you find your attention wandering, thinking, that's okay. That's not good or bad, that's just thinking. Return your attention to this practice, this technique. Underneath the technique is the inquiry. So you're asking this question underneath this technique. Why are you sitting here? So underneath this technique is this question, what am I? That's why we're sitting here, is to answer that question. That's why we're chanting. That's why we're looking at and exploring what does it mean to be a human being? What is our job here? Underneath, that's that question, what am I? The technique is clear mind, clear mind, clear mind, don't know. So let's begin. finishing up. So we call this practice because we're practicing in this very simple environment, paying attention. Not a lot of distractions. It's not a complicated technique. We're not doing it in order to get something special, some special energy, some special feeling. We're doing this in order to wake up. Buddha means wake up. That's what that means. That's what the word Buddha means, wake up. So we're doing our practice in order to wake up. Wake up out of our dream. Wake up out of our attachment to thinking. So our direction is very, very important. Direction is the key to our practice. So if our direction is clear, then everything becomes our teacher. So if my direction is to understand myself, understand my true self, everything is teaching. The birds are teaching, the sunshine is teaching, the trees, the weather, other people, good situations, bad situations, they're all teaching. If that's my direction, is to understand my true self. Understand my true self, then help all beings. So those two things go together. Those two things are not separate. My true self and all beings are not separate. So understand my true self, then how do I naturally help? It's not something we have to force or do. It's just a result of understanding our true self. So if that's my direction, understanding my true self is clear, then everything becomes my teacher. If the direction is not clear, let's say making money is my direction. In and of itself, that's not a problem. There's nothing wrong with money. It's pieces of paper, it's energy. There's nothing wrong with making money. But if my direction is to make money only, then that's not clear, because maybe making money means I pollute the environment. I don't care. I only want to make money. Maybe making money means my actions over here causes suffering over there. I don't care, because I got money, that's my direction, that's what's important to me. Making money, and if making money and understanding my true self come together, that's correct. Then making money is okay. Using that money to help all people is a natural reaction, a natural outcome of understanding my true self and having a job of making money, then how to correctly use this money. So no action in itself is bad or bad. It's why am I doing this? If the why is clear, if my direction is clear, then the ultimate result will become clear. If my direction is not clear, then live in the world, look around, and we can see what the ultimate result is. Even something so nice as, well, my direction is to help other people. That's fine. That's fine. Helping other people, helping hungry people, that's a great thing to do. If we're not understanding my true self, then we don't connect. Why are these people hungry? There's plenty of food to feed everybody. So there's some opinions, there's some not understanding, there's some not clarity that's happening in order for there to be hungry people. In order for there to be war, there's some not clarity happening. So this is a result of something. This is not the cause of something. So the cause is not understanding our true self. So everything returns to this one point. All the questions, all the things that are happening, the 10,000 things return to what am I? And this I is not like, what is me? What am I? What am me? Me. This is not the I that we're talking about. It's not the I that I'm talking about. This I is the whole picture. We could say, what is God? What is enlightenment? So our practicing is clarifying our direction. Not only in meditation, in yoga, it's the same practice. Clarifying our practice. Why are we practicing? We need clarity. If we're just practicing to look good, to have a nice butt or big arms, that's okay. That is perfectly fine. Won't help. Because we'll lose those. We'll lose that nice butt. We're going to become skinny and old. Then what? Then suffering is in that path. So having a direction is so important. Anything comes. Suffering comes. What am I? Good things come. What am I? Money comes. What am I? Anything. What am I? So become clear in our direction. This already is helping this world tremendously. So thank you for practicing and clarifying your life.